How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to be working on my 2006 Scion XB. It's a first-gen XB, obviously, little box car. And what I'm going to be working on is something that I've been neglecting since I bought the car, and it's nothing that inhibits the function of the car, so it's perfectly safe to drive, but it's actually changing the rear window regulator on the passenger side. If you know these cars or are familiar with them, they are notorious for them going bad over time. It's something that I've needed to fix since I bought the car. I never got to, and I finally am. So yeah, before we get into that, if you could do me a huge favor, go and hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Definitely would appreciate it. Also, if you could follow our socials, links in the description below: Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. I do post stuff there that I do not post here. So yeah, let's get started. Apologize for the mess in the garage. It's been hectic since SEMA. I haven't had a chance to fully clean it. Things are disappearing, but I'm cleaned up, so that's good. But this is, anyways, this is the doorman window regulator for the right rear, passenger side rear. So open this, take a look at it. So the nice part with doorman, it actually comes with full-on install instructions. So I'm going to go ahead and swap this out and show you how to take it apart, and hopefully it makes sense to you. Alright, so to start off, to get the door panel off is very, very simple. There's two Phillips head screws, one right here by the actual handle, interior handle, and one, or latch, to open, and then one right here at the handle. See down there? Take those two out, and then all you would do is, from underneath, you can feel like there's a gap in the door panel here, and you just pull on it nicely. Don't overdo it, and all the clips should pop right out, and it should lift out. And from there, you just want to unplug the harness for the window, and then I'll pick up from there.
A few inches later.
All right, I have the door panel off. This is the moisture barrier, I guess is what they call it. Just be careful taking all this stuff off. It is sticky and it does get messy. This car is old, so for mine, it's not too bad. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use blue tape and tape up the window, because the regulator for this, when the window goes down, it doesn't come back up. That's my situation. It's already completely shot. So I'm going to do that as a precaution. And then from there, I'm going to start taking, lower the, or not the window, but the regulator and the motor, or not the motor, but the regulator down, so I can access the screws to get it out. As you can see here, it's already got scratches from before, from the window falling and all that. So not that I really care. It's a daily and beater, and I don't really have to look at it, so it's all right. But yeah, let me go ahead and get started, and let's do this.
A lot of boring math later.
As you can see here, I have the window taped up so that it stays up. I know I kind of overdid a little bit, but don't want to break the glass. An extra couple feet of tape's not going to hurt anything, so did that as a safety and precautionary measurement. So I already put the ignition in and rolled the window down, and now the glass is only being held up by the tape. But what you could do is, see here, I peeled all this back, used a razor, cut some of it so it's easier to move around. And if you're wondering what bolts you have to remove to get the window regulator out, it's actually pretty simple. Take the new doorman unit, look to see how everything works. Rolled up and down, this piece, you know, pivots and swings, and your answer is right there. There's 4 bolts holding these in, the regulator in, and it looks like 4 10s. See? So I'm gonna go ahead and use my 10mm and take this off and carefully remove it. Also, don't forget to unplug this, because when we remove this, we got to move everything over.
2,000 years later.
Again, once you loosen the bolts, there is 4 10mm bolts. I loosened it all a little bit, and I took 3 of them out, and on the 4th one I was holding it. That's why you can't have the camera going, and kind of the angle I have to work with, you wouldn't see anything. It's kind of in the way. But yeah, just don't take out the 4th one without holding the arm. I have it in the full down position, just so when it drops, it's not just banging on the floor or inside the door panel, inside the door actually. And there's a couple Torx bits I have to use to take this off. So this is the motor itself, and take this and just transfer it to the new regulator. I'll be right back.
One winner later.
All right, I have everything reassembled. Couple quick things. Make sure you plug this back in, the harness for the power window motor, and then make sure all your bolts are tight and secure. There's only 410s holding it in, and making sure that, I don't know if the camera can pick it up in there. It's right here. Making sure this is aligned. This is the arm on the regulator that pushes the window up. And to test, I'm just pressing up on the window. See? See, everything's working. So yeah, that pretty much is how you put the new regulator, window regulator in. Make sure you double check all your work. Put everything back. Again, put the door panel back on. 2 screws, one here and one on the handle. And that's pretty much it.
One pair of pants later.
Wanted to give you feedback on the uninstall and install process. If I weren't filming, it would take me between 20 minutes to half an hour at absolute most. But because I was filming, I had to put the camera down, do all that. It took me about 40 to 45 minutes. But yeah, it's pretty straightforward and simple. Again, the only tools you're going to need is a Phillips screwdriver, a ratchet, 10 millimeter, and a T25 Torx bit. And that's all the tools you really need. And maybe a razor blade to cut the glue or silicone that they use to put the moisture barrier in between the door panel and the physical door. But yeah, 4 out of 10 in difficulty. Not too hard to do. Not the easiest thing either. Little cumbersome, but it's fine. But yeah, let me know what you think. If you have any thoughts or questions, definitely leave in the comments below. But that pretty much concludes today's episode. If you didn't already, do me a huge favor, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Until next time, you guys take care. Thanks so much for watching.